For a moment, imagine the universe inhaling, and then imagine a place where it only exhales. No matter can enter, nothing can turn back. A door in reality that opens one way only. This is not science fiction. This is a real idea in modern physics, and it is called a white hole. Black holes are famous because they destroy things. They eat stars, they stretch time, they erase anything that gets too close. But white holes do the opposite. Instead of pulling matter in, they push everything out. Instead of trapping light, they release it. Nothing can fall inside them, not even information. That alone sounds strange, but here is the unsettling part. White holes are not invented by writers. They appear naturally in Einstein's equations, the same equations that predicted black holes before we ever saw one. When physicists solved those equations deeply, they noticed something odd. If black holes are allowed, then their reverse must also exist, a cosmic rewind button, a place where time seems to run the other way. And for decades, scientists did not know what to do with that idea, so they mostly ignored it. To understand a white hole, forget space for a moment. Think about time. A black hole has a future you cannot escape. Once you cross its edge, called the event horizon, every possible path leads deeper in. Even light cannot turn around. A white hole flips that logic. Inside a white hole, every path leads outward. Nothing can remain inside. Anything that exists there is violently expelled. If you tried to approach one, something strange would happen. Before you could ever touch it, matter would be blasted toward you. Radiation, energy, particles moving at extreme speed. It is not just difficult to enter a white hole, it is impossible. This breaks how we usually think about objects. Every object we know can be entered, touched, affected. White holes refuse interaction. They only give, never take. And that creates a terrifying question. If white holes only eject matter, where does that matter come from? Here is where the story becomes uncomfortable. Some physicists believe a white hole is what comes after a black hole, not in space, but in time. Inside a black hole, matter collapses toward a point called a singularity. Physics breaks there. Time and space lose meaning. But what if collapse is not the end? What if instead of infinite compression, something rebounds? In some theories of quantum gravity, the core of a black hole does not become infinite. It reaches a limit. Then it bounces. That bounce would not explode outward in the same universe. It would emerge somewhere else as a white hole. If this is true, then black holes are not destroyers. They are tunnels. They erase matter here and release it elsewhere. That means everything swallowed by a black hole may still exist, just not for us. This idea quietly solves one of the biggest problems in physics, the information paradox. If information can escape through a white hole, nothing is truly lost. But there's a catch. If white holes exist, they are incredibly unstable, which leads to the next mystery. White holes should be bright, violent, impossible to ignore. So why has no telescope ever found one? Because white holes do not like to exist. The math says they fall apart instantly. The moment anything touches them, their structure collapses. They either disappear or turn into black holes. This makes long-lived white holes almost impossible in our universe. But short-lived ones, that's different. Some scientists think white holes may appear for fractions of a second, tiny bursts of space-time, too fast, too small, too distant. They would look like sudden flashes of energy, events we might already be seeing but mislabeling. Fast radio bursts, sudden gamma-ray events, cosmic signals that appear once and never repeat. Could some of them be white holes blinking into existence and then vanishing? No one knows. But there's an even stranger idea. Now we step into dangerous territory. Some cosmologists have asked a forbidden question. What if the Big Bang was a white hole? Think about it. The universe appeared suddenly. All matter and energy rushed outward. Nothing existed before it that we can access. No signal can travel back past that moment. It behaves exactly like a white hole. Our entire universe could be the inside of one.
If that is true, then our cosmos did not begin from nothing. It emerged from somewhere else, from a black hole in another universe, a universe older than ours, a universe we can never see. Reality is not a single story, it is a chain, and we are somewhere in the middle. White holes are not just strange objects, they attack one of the deepest rules of reality, the arrow of time. In our universe, time moves forward, ice melts, stars burn out, nothing naturally reverses. White holes seem to require time to run backward locally. They release ordered matter from chaos. They undo collapse. This is why many physicists are uncomfortable with them. They feel unnatural. But nature does not care about comfort. If white holes exist, they hint that time itself may be more flexible than we think, that the direction of time could depend on perspective, on where you stand in the universe, or on which side of the door you are on. Here is something rarely mentioned. A white hole would be lethal, not because it pulls you in, but because you could never escape what it throws out. If a white hole formed nearby, even briefly, it would flood space with energy, radiation strong enough to erase atoms, matter accelerated beyond control. You would never see it coming. Light from it would arrive at the same time as destruction. That may be another reason they are rare, or another reason the universe hides them well. There is one final question physicists hesitate to ask. If white holes exist, are they happening right now? Not far away, not in distant galaxies, but here, at microscopic scales. Some theories suggest that at the smallest level of reality, space-time constantly creates and destroys tiny white holes and black holes, reality bubbling, flashing, resetting itself. If true, then stability is an illusion. The universe is held together by constant creation and collapse, and white holes are part of that balance. White holes may never be photographed. They may never be proven directly, but their existence changes how we see reality. They suggest nothing is truly destroyed, that endings may be beginnings seen from the wrong direction, that even the darkest collapse could hide an exit. The universe may not be a place where things disappear, only a place where they go somewhere else. So the next time you hear about a black hole devouring a star, pause for a second. Ask yourself a quiet question. What if that star is not gone? What if it is being reborn, somewhere we can never look? If that thought stayed with you, take a moment to share it. Curiosity grows when we pass it on. And if you enjoy exploring the hidden edges of reality, you know where the subscribe button is.